Hi, my name's Sue. I'm an artist and art tutor based in West Sussex in the UK, and today I'm going to be showing you how to paint this beautiful floral monogram. So, the full tutorial is about 50 minutes long and is over for free on my Patreon. I'm actually putting a few free tutorials up on my Patreon at the moment to try and drum up a little bit of business because I am a struggling artist and just starting out on this online journey. So if you can join me over there, that would be very much appreciated. Likewise, if you enjoy this tutorial, if you could find it in your heart to like and subscribe and maybe even write something in the comments on YouTube, that would help me on my journey to become a world famous successful artist on YouTube and online. So I started off in the main tutorial. We did some floral motifs to start off with, and we practiced them first. So we practiced a few roses, a few little leaf shapes and things, and I'm showing you how you can get some two-tone floral pieces. So the roses aren't just one colour. I've dabbed in a little bit of cadmium yellow and some iridescent shimmer kind of paints as well. I'll add the links in the description. All the links you'll be able to find on my website, www.suecooperartist.com. So it's a really therapeutic piece, this. I mean, I love it. I think I might do all of the letters of the alphabet. It's such a relaxing thing to do. It's just basically filling the letter with as many different leaves and flowers as you possibly can. I've kind of gone for a kind of a pinky purple kind of theme for this for my card. I thought it would go quite well with some of the gold shimmery paints that I have. They are paints from Artway. So there's my usual watercolour kit, which is a combination of things like Daniel Smith and Winsor & Newton and Sennelier. But these were from Artway, and they do produce some really nice little shimmery sets. And often you need to really mush up the colours to get them pigmented and really popping out at you. But they have some really lovely colours. So I think they're definitely worth getting. Now, it might look like it's completely random, this the placement of these flowers and leaves, but it's not. So in order to maximize your letter, you need to be able to try and show the outside of the letter. So we're doing that by going right up to the edge of the letter and painting right up to the edge. So that means that on the design there's going to be a few leaves that are part way out, there's a few flowers that are part way out, and that'll make it much easier to see the final design and the final M shape. So you'll see the pencil lines that I've got there. On the tutorial I'll show you how to get the letter in the first place onto your page. Obviously any letter is fine, or any shape would look just as beautiful if it was a heart shape. In fact, I've done a heart shape for Valentine's Day. Works really nicely. So there's some really simple ways of how getting your letter onto the paper, and once you've done that, you can just outline it very lightly with your pencil, and then once it's all dry, completely crisp dry, then you can rub it out. Do make sure it's dry, otherwise you'll end up blurring your watercolours, which is something that I tend to do fairly regularly because I don't have much patience. So it's very simple. There's the rose designs, which basically are little scribbles, little C shapes, which you can embellish with a few little different colours. And then there's the leaf shapes, which are pretty much similar there. I go on to add some sort of rounder leaf shapes in a minute. And then, because there are some little areas where it would benefit from having a little bit of a leaf to fill in the line a bit around the M, I've gone in with some single leaves as well. So I'm using colours that I think that are all quite complementary to each other. again, quite springy and summery, perfect for a Mother's Day. But this card, you could just as well personalise it and make it the initial of your mother for Mother's Day, perhaps. I was considering doing that. Not quite as generic, so I did go for the M in the end. And I'll just show how to use mix your colours as well. So I do get asked questions fairly often on some of these classes where people are asking about how to mix a particular different colour. So you don't have to stick, obviously, with the colours that you've got in your palette. You can mix them up. So that was a purple. I actually used a bit of Payne's grey and I think a little bit of purple I had in the palette, but you could use a different red. Just try it out. You can't go wrong with experimentation. So see how things go. Have a test bit of paper right next to it so you can test out these colours. I didn't, because I'm kind of confident that I can amend / fix problems. So if I'd have gone in with a colour that I didn't like, you can lift it off with the right technique. So you're not necessarily committing to things. So after doing the last more rounder leaves, I am just filling in some of the blanks again with some shapes, particularly around those the bottoms and tops of the letter. Can't remember what they're called. I want to say like serif, S-E-R-I-F. Is that when there are little extra adornments to the top and bottom of a letter? I feel like that's the right word. So I've added them there. I think that's really lovely as it is. I like that. I was debating on keeping it like that, but I've decided that what I would do is fill in some of the spaces. And here, what you'll see there, you just got a glimmer of the iridescent paints that I've been using. And rather than just paint with them straight away, I've used obviously my existing watercolours and I've gone over the top with them, and I think that can kind of help bring out some of the colours, because those iridescent paints can sometimes be a little bit wishy-washy and then not as strong as they could potentially be. So just carrying on, just doing a little bit more, adding a bit more bling. And as I say, what I will do is go around each of the leaves with a bit of gold paint next, just to add a little bit of extra bling to it. So you can see it does already have a bit of a shine. I forgot to record the first bit of this, so you've caught me doing it halfway through. And it doesn't look very pretty from that angle, but I'll show you from the side and you'll see it does catch the light really nicely and beautiful from when it catches the light. Look at that, isn't that pretty? So if you're interested in the free tutorial, please come and join me over on Patreon. Again, if you can like and subscribe to this channel, my channel, that would be very much appreciated too, and will help get these videos out to the right people too. Just make sure that you rub out the pencil lines when you're done. And I would love to see your monograms. So come over to Sue Cooper's Art Club on Facebook, post them, and you'll get some feedback. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.